Hey there, and welcome everyone to this live broadcast. I actually just did this broadcast a few minutes ago on the page if you were here in the Facebook group, but my audio cut out on the software that I was using about halfway through. So there were a few things that I mentioned. I was thinking about how to go in and edit the video, and I figured, it's probably going to take me longer to go in and figure out how to edit that than it would be to just do the video again. So if you are signed on, first of all, please let me know that you can hear me, because that would be very frustrating and not the way to start off a weekend. But what I wanted to share with everyone is something that I just noticed, and something that I just kind of stumbled upon was the combination of these two websites. It's Pexels and Adobe Spark, and I was able to use them to create a quick custom video that I posted in the page last week. And I wanted just to come on here and show you what the process was and how easy it is to actually create a custom video for your band, for your music, upcoming shows, Motivation Monday, whatever purpose you want. Just wanted to show you how easy it is to create these videos in a very short period of time. All right. Had to close the window. Okay. So let us take a look at this first site, which is Pexels.com. And what Pexels deal is there are several sites out there that offer free stock photos and videos, things like that. And Pexels is an awesome option that allows you to, search. Let me open this up a little bit. There we go. That allows you to search for videos and pictures and things like that. So if you just go in here and you hit music, for example, what it's going to bring up first is going to be pictures. And these are all free to download, to use for your ads, to use for your page. Another great thing that you can use these pictures for is for your website. So let's say you are trying to break into weddings, for example, and you're like, you know what? We want to break into weddings and we want our site to have a certain look. We want to, have a certain feel when people come onto our site, but we haven't actually done a lot of weddings yet. You can actually come out here to Pexels, or other sites are like Unsplash and things like that. Pixabay is another one. But you can actually come out here and grab some photos that are royalty free and use these to design, backgrounds for your website, things like that. So you can have your website actually have a certain feel, and technically you didn't have to actually be at these weddings. So, and you're not going to say that, hey, here's Jane and Jim at their wedding that we played. You're not going to do that, but you can use these as backdrops. And obviously, these folks look like they're at some kind of coliseum or something. So you want to be careful with the actual pictures that you use, but as backgrounds and imagery, this is a great purpose for that, if you want to use those pictures. But we're actually out here for video, and what we're going to do is you're going to go over to the right hand corner of the page here, and it's literally just pexels.com, Pexels.com, and you're going to hit the little it's not the hamburger menu. What's this called? Ellipses menu, I guess. And hit free videos. And then that is going to bring up your Pexels video site. And that is videos.pexels.com. And I've already created this. I'm actually just going to create what I did before. But yeah, you can come out here and search. You can do different types of backdrops. You can search for different things, but they're all going to be videos. And let's do one that's kind of short, because the longer the video, the bigger the file. We're going to do the Beauty of Sunrise video. So you click on that. That's not quite what you're wanting. You also will be able to see some similar videos there, but just hit free download, and it will download the videos wherever you would like them on your computer. And that is step one, which is an awesome step because that's the one you got started with. What? And then you're going to come over to spark.adobe.com. And there are two plans, at least there's a couple of different levels you can start off with Adobe Spark. And there's the free plan, which basically you'll be able to create all this stuff, but there's going to be a little watermark that says Adobe Spark in the bottom of your picture or your video or whatever. But I think it's like maybe $9 a month to come out here and create whatever, and then have your own branded images or no logo at all. And yeah, so it's a really inexpensive way to make videos and make content and stuff like that. So once you're out at Adobe Spark, you're going to click on the plus sign in the very middle top of the screen. And today we are actually going to create a video. And like with a lot of design sites, there are templates out there that you can pick something that is, already pretty much done, and you can replace your stuff. I should have showed you that a little bit more, but there's templates out there where you can go out and create things based on what other designs that are already existing. So this is going to be an awesome video. And so I'm going to create that. And once I do that, it is going to bring me to the dashboard here. And this dashboard, they're really good at just kind of walking you through examples, if you'd like, of, if you were to select one of these, it would basically have, different slides that are there that would walk you through, hey, here's what to put on this slide, and here's a sample layout. And it might have like 4 or 5 different slides for that video, and then you just kind of plug and play what you want in there. But we're not even going to get into that amount of detail. What we're going to do is we're going to start from scratch, because we've got one slide. We're going to make a really short video because you've got things to do. You need to be spending time on stage and the studio and all that, and not spending all day making stuff online, unless of course that's what you want to do, which I kind of geek out on that stuff myself. So I'm not going to look at the quick tips video, but once you're in here, this is kind of your dashboard. Once you are in here, this is where you're going to start adding your content to the template. And one of the things that just changed a few months ago with Adobe Spark is that they now have an actual square layout. Where do we go? Resize here. So before, they only had widescreen, which if you've used iMovie anytime recently, it's one of the more frustrating things with that is that they only have the 16:9 layout or the widescreen layout, which is fine when that's pretty much that's what everything was. But now we've obviously got a lot of vertical video, and obviously square videos are great, not just on Facebook, but obviously on Instagram as well. So when Adobe Spark added the square layout, I was, needless to say, pretty happy. So we've got the square layout. A couple other things up here in the menu is you can add your own music, or you can use any of the music that's here. We're going to bring change to this video is what we're going to do. Bring the change. Interesting. I think that was the actual same music as the last video I did. Yeah, we looked at the size. The theme can actually be, these are actually, for the paid version of this, these are actually the brand colors I've got in here for Indie Band Coach. So you've got light, medium, and dark. And so you can create a bunch of branded things that already have your colors in there. But then you can also come down here and do different themes. And since we're going to do a video, the only thing this is really going to change is going to be the text on top of it. But before we do that, also show you that you've got the different versions of the layouts that can be on the video as well. So you got full screen, you can split it, and then you've got the video, which is pretty much full screen, but then you've got the caption text and then the title and text there. But before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and add our video that we just downloaded. I believe this is the one. Yep. And even though the video itself, let's see here. Okay, here's a good question. I'm actually going to draw the length out here because I want it to be a full 8 seconds. In fact, if I was going to do this, I might make it even longer. In fact, I still might do that. But let's see. I'm wondering if this is going to change the format of the video so it'll take up the whole space. I can't remember. I think it will. If not, you'd have to select a square video, but I don't think that's how it works. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it automatically crops the video into the square format, which is great. That's what I was hoping was going to happen. So another thing that you'll see here, again, that I've got, now that I'm on the paid plan, it automatically puts our little stamp down there. If you click on that, you can remove it if you'd like. And then once you've got your video in there, in fact, I can show you really quick. If you hit play down here in the lower left-hand corner, it plays everything that is in the timeline. Okay. And now that I've done that, I realized that I'm just going to have a quote here, so I don't want the credit screen, and I don't want my website screen in there either. One of the things that will, probably get a lot more shares, or get at least statistically a few more shares, is non-promotional content. So if this is just a cool quote graphic with an inspirational message or something like that, without saying, hey, come to my website at the very end, chances are you're going to get more shares and things like that. So it's just, you're adding value, you are not promoting something, and you're just, engaging with people on your page. So I'm going to take off the logo, and I'm also taking off the call to action. And now I am going to add my text, which is going to say something very, very inspirational. You know what? Drawing a blank. I am just going to do inspirational. Man, I can't spell. Quotes about the sun. What? Boom, right there. I'll take it. So, if you were wanting to crank out some quote graphics, that's how you do it. And if I was doing my due diligence, I would also credit whoever that was, but I'm not going to worry about that now. I encourage you to credit whoever it is, though. But you can also move your text around once you get it placed. You can kind of do it to different places on the thing here, and it will give a few options. It's not going to allow you to custom place this wherever you want. But with that text on there, you can go back to your theme. And obviously, we are not going to see these backgrounds because we've got a video. But if you change the theme, it will change the font. So like that. I feel like that's a little bit hard to read. Let's do Mega. We'll go there. There we go. There we go. Boom. Done, son. All right. So obviously this video has been 15 minutes, but you can see a lot of that was just me explaining things. You can literally repeat this and do, probably 10 of these in 30 minutes. And, this is 8 seconds. If we wanted to make this twice as long, if you click on the little ellipses there on the video, you can also duplicate it, and that will just add on another 8 seconds. And let's play that because I'm not sure how the text is going to react. 6, 7, 8. Okay. Cool. I also like it because it actually fades the music and doesn't just cut off. But yeah, if you want to make it a little bit longer, I would recommend, at least 15 seconds. And on this particular example for this layout or this theme that we're using, the text actually stayed on the screen. On a few of these examples, like there's an entrance effect, so it might fade in or something. So if you duplicate it, it'll fade in and then fade out when the first one ends and then fade back in. So be careful of that. But honestly, that is it. And that is a way that you can create some really cool, really quick, and really free engaging content to go on your page. And right now I'm just going to click on download. It's not going to take long at all because I don't have a very long video. And again, that's another thing that you really want to keep in mind is that if you are going to be working with video, it just takes up so much more space than images. So just be careful. If you have a slow running computer, you might go ahead and stick to something that's like maybe 8 or 10 seconds just to keep the file size smaller. I've got a pretty decent size hard drive, but I've got a whole bunch of stuff on it, so it's actually going a little bit slower now. But once you get done creating your video, another thing I didn't even mention or didn't even actually do as an example is that you can actually do voiceover right from your desktop, right from your computer, on top of whatever video that you create. So you could do that as well. But yeah, that's just a real quick example of how to get the video created using Pexels.com. I'll put the link in the comments of this, and also spark.adobe.com. And again, if you want to use the free version, it will have the watermark in the bottom. But that's just a real quick way to crank out some stuff. And I'm going to be doing a lot more content creation tips and just showing you guys some things like that. So if there are things out there that you want to see or that you have problems with or you need some help with, let me know. I'll be glad to do some demonstrations. But we're going to be making the group a lot more active and more tutorials and things like that, because I want this to be a place where you come to get tips that you can act on right away and walk through steps and just make your life easier, because I really do believe that you need to be out there making your art and creating, and if you're not doing that, spending time with friends and family and not trying to figure out how to use the latest tool. So I'll try to do what I can to help you guys along that path, guys and gals. And with that, I bid you a happy Friday, and I hope that you are having a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. This is Leonard with Indie Band Coach. This has been using Pexels and Adobe Spark to create custom videos in 5 minutes or less. Not the length of this video, but that's how long it will take you. All right, everybody, have a good one. See ya.